Hello, everybody, and welcome to another founder's interview on Webbiquity. Today, I'm joined by Rama Prasad, founder and CEO at Teqnizan. I saw Rama and her team present actually at a mini demo event last fall, and I was just intrigued by it, by the product. And so I'm excited to have her here today to share her story with everyone. So, hi, Rama. Thanks for joining me. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing really great. Thank you, Tom, for inviting me. Always happy to talk about our journey. What inspired us? Why are we working on this? Yeah, so looking forward to discussing that with you and the audience.
All right, so let's jump in. To start off, I guess in a few sentences, if you could tell us sort of what problem or problems that Teqnizan solves, who it solves them for, and sort of what makes it better or special than alternatives.
Yeah, I'll start with my personal experience. I started to have a lot of phone calls. So this was back in 2013 when wireless earbuds were still not really available. So I was using the wired earbuds, and actually Zoom wasn't a thing back then either in 2013. And I had started to work with startups. So, we were doing a lot of multi phone calls with multiple participants, but I would just add the individuals through merging the calls, and I'd have my wired earbuds. And, uh, and my experience was, the wired earbuds and the cell phone kind of gave me a feeling like I was mobile. So I would run over to the room next door and kind of try to do something and then come back to the desk. But it happened multiple times where I would have like wire snagging accidents where the phone would fall and shatter. And kind of ruining your cell phone is an expensive and it is a major inconvenience because then you have to transfer phone to a new phone and so on. So I clearly experienced that the wired earbuds had that issue that you can actually break your phone. And the second was just the earbud going in the ear. It's not a nice feeling, and there's some kind of foam sort of material there, and I started to feel some reaction in the ear. So it just didn't feel like a very comfortable device, but I was using it a lot. I was using the earbuds a lot. And then the wireless earbuds started emerging, and those were kind of big, and they're even more uncomfortable. And so the problem we are solving, and kind of the idea that occurred to us was, why are we putting these things in the ear? It's not a very natural and comfortable feeling. Earrings, and as females, we wear earrings, and I was like, why not build it into the earring? And I am an electromechanical engineer. That's what I had done. Worked for large global corporations and worked on fairly complicated electronic devices or consumer electronic products. Um, so it just made sense to me that one would build the wireless audio circuit or function into the earring, and that's what got us excited. And of course, product for females and jewelry, and and I the industry that I come from and the sector I come from, innovation is extremely, extremely important. So I knew how important innovation was and what the challenges are in large corporations, large global corporations. So long story short, the problem we are solving is earbuds. Wireless earbuds are uncomfortable to wear. They're very convenient, but they're uncomfortable to wear. They cause pain. They fall out. I've heard from many, many customers that they fall out. It's kind of a weird feeling to wear it. It's also, it actually interferes with the earrings. So some of the like AirPods stem that sticks out, that kind of restricts the earring. And there's concern that some of the younger females that do listen to music a lot, male and female, could be causing hearing damage. There is actually data now that shows that There's a lot of exposure to sound in that sealed environment. So the ear canal called the meatus, the earbud seals in there, and all of the sound waves are directly kind of directed and impacting the eardrum and the delicate organs behind that. So there is some data indicating that, very high usage of these in-ear earbuds, sealed earbuds, and then the younger population going to very loud music concerts can cause hearing damage. And hearing loss can be quite debilitating later in life. It's progressive, and it affects communication and so on. So I think for us, the motivation and the inspiration is that we'll make a safer device because it's built into the earring. It's worn in a convenient and secure stay put form factor. So you put it on like an earring, it stays put. The ear is open. It doesn't fall out because it's anchored securely to the earbud. The sound is not sealed in the ear canal, so it's safer for hearing health, as well as it's safer because the wearer can hear what's happening around them. So if they're out on the road, on their commute back from work or commuting to work, they can hear the traffic around them, the train or the car or the bike, even the bike. And so all those advantages kind of make this just a better solution. And that's what's driving us to develop this product and then take it to market.
Fantastic. A few, just as a bit of background, so a few quick things about the company. You're founded.
Yeah, year founded 2016.
2016. Any funding rounds?
Yeah, so we started off bootstrapped. I'm mid-career, and I wanted to de-risk the idea because it was just an idea. As you know, there are not a whole lot of audio earrings, wireless audio earrings out there. So I was like, well, let me even figure out how we would do that. How would we even go about doing this? Is it feasible? Is it viable? So I kind of bootstrapped it and funded it myself, friends and family. Put in some money, and last year, so right in the middle of COVID, we raised some angel investment, and now we have a product. We are selling it, and looking to scale, really scale in the market and improve the product as well.
And anything you can tell us about the current size of the company?
Yeah, so I'm full-time. We've got 2 other team members that work part-time as needed. And we've recently added a second full-time co-founder. So I'm very, very excited to have Katie join us. She comes from the startup and entrepreneurial background. And she's also super at selling and the consumer experience and so on. So I'm really excited about that. So we'll have basically 2 full-time employees and 2 part-time employees. And with the next seed fundraising, we will hire a bigger dedicated team. So more like 4 or 5 full-time employees.
Great, thank you. So the inspiration was really your personal experience as you sort of talked through there with the fact that the wired earbuds can have all kinds of problems, and the wireless solve some of those problems, but also create problems of their own. So it's pretty clear that you identified a very real problem. Has anyone, I shouldn't say that, what else? I mean, is there anyone else kind of doing what you're doing and trying to get around that issue, the issues with the wireless earbuds?
Yeah. So obviously, my own personal experience, we also validated this, kind of the problem and the solution approach through surveys. So we did a survey with Augsburg College with 115 respondents, and then we've been talking to individual customers. So a lot of customer interviews, and we've also done focus groups. So we kind of did a lot of validation, and I think clearly the problem is there, and our solution, is very viable. Right away we get compared to AirPods, so which is absolutely the best selling earbud out there. And I think the second part of your question was, what was it, Tom? Um, the second
So
part of your question.
what other alternatives are there out there
Oh,
to
right. Yeah. Yeah. So we are not the only ones that are thinking of this solution. There is other startup companies that have tried earrings, audio earrings. And then there's some jewelry kind of brands that have tried holders for earbuds, basically jewelry holders for earbuds. But the other earring companies where the circuit is integrated into the earring, the two main ones that progressed to product and selling on their website with products that look quite good. One is in New York City called Periphery. They have a design that looks different than ours. And then a second one is in Germany. It looks more like a pearl earring that's clipped on the earlobe. So those are the two main competitors. They are all startups. They're all very early stage. They're all they they might be in stores, but most of them are in like pre-sale, pre-order kind of phase. We are selling, so we ship the product. Order comes in and we ship it.
when was your I missed this question. When was your actual first shipment?
Yeah, it was about 2 months ago. I think it was about 2 months ago.
Okay, so as you've gotten out there and launched this on the market, what have been sort of your most effective channels or methods for you to get the word out since you started?
Yeah, it is very early for us, so we haven't really done a concerted effort. It's primarily right now, it's friends and family, basically people who know us and our company through various channels or forums. And they've purchased and they're using it. And some are people that have heard about us and want to try it out. Um, so we haven't really done aggressive marketing. It's just email outreach, and all of the local Twin Cities, not all, some of the local Twin Cities startup forums where like Mini Star Demo, and some of the accelerators. I participate in some of the couple of startup accelerators. So some of the PR through the accelerators. That's primarily where we are at. We need to do a more, a well-planned, full-scale advertising for effort, but we are working up to it. We are working towards that.
Yeah, as I mentioned, that's where I first saw the product was Mini Demo, and it was very intriguing, very impressive. Seems like this would be a natural for Facebook ads, possibly Twitter.
Yeah, so as I dig into it, absolutely. As I dig into it, it's very interesting that with startups, our brand is new, so brand is somewhat unknown, and then the product category itself is unknown. So like one of the first questions we get is it heavy? Because it looks big. It's actually hollow. It's not like a big rock that you're wearing, because most jewelry is like a solid piece of rock, right? A big piece of emerald or something. It's not. It's actually hollow, and it's inside is very light electronics. So these very lightweight electronic components. So it's not that heavy. It's kind of about like a mid-size earring, 4 grams. The big heavy ones, dressy earrings, are 7 grams. So we are about half the weight. And another question we get right away is how loud is it? Can the person sitting next to you hear it? Can we hear the person wearing it, hear it, and so on? So all those questions, we are answering on our website and then through the presentations. And I think after some of those first initial questions about the product, then it's, well, I wear AirPods. So we have to we have to communicate how this is better. Yeah. how this is better.
So shipping is fairly, as you mentioned, it's fairly recent, but you've been working on this for a few years. So if you would sort of finish the sentence, knowing what I know today, if I were starting over, what I would do differently is.
Yeah, I know. In hindsight 2020, I mean, we all like, oh, I made that dumb mistake. Oh, I did this, that. But honestly, because it's a new direction, a new territory, we try things, right? We guess at things, we have hypotheses, we guess at things, we try it, and then some of them are dead ends. Absolutely. It's like, oh no, this doesn't work. But some of them do work out, right? So we discover what works and what doesn't work. So your question is around what didn't work, what I wouldn't do, what I would do differently. So the one conundrum for me is, should I have hung tough and tried to find the investor right away? Said, here's my vision. Yes, there's risk around it, but the vision is amazing, and we'll raise the funding. I'm very experienced mid-career, and I'll assemble the team, a fully dedicated team, and go at it hard from get-go. I did not do that. In fact, on the other hand, I chose to kind of experiment with it in the lab, kind of get as much as favors and kind people helping me out, kind of thing, to figure out how this would happen and really bootstrap it to get to this point of almost revenue, and certainly patent issued. So patent issued. So it's been kind of slow going, like you said. It's been a few years because I've been bootstrapping it. That's why it's been slow going, and maybe the other companies have moved faster. So that if I were to go back and do it again, now with my higher level of confidence, and then knowing that we do have a solution, there's clearly a way to do this, I would have raised the money and gone faster.
Gotcha. So with that, kind of what's the most important advice you could offer to an entrepreneur just starting out today? Would you, tell them to try to bring in money earlier, or?
No, I don't know if I would. I mean, I don't think it's one size fits all. It's not one size fits all. What I have learned about entrepreneurship, so this is my first rodeo, and I worked for large corporations like Hewlett Packard and Honeywell and so on. So stepping out from the safety of a well-established corporation to building your own business. And I was new to Minneapolis area. I didn't really know the ecosystem that much. I was a first-time entrepreneur. So there's a lot of first things, compounding the risk. Regardless, I was highly motivated, so I kept going. So I think what I have learned about entrepreneurship is the perseverance is extremely important. The temptation to give up and say, this, fail, whatever, shut it down, let's go do something else. That temptation is very high. It's like, why am I doing this? And so on, so on. So I think being clear about why you're doing it. Are you truly motivated? Are you going to go the full distance? Because compared to, for me, there was no reason to not go back and get a job, get a good paying job. And so to keep saying, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go back to the workforce, the traditional workforce with a much better paycheck. I'm going to keep doing this and building it. That was difficult, and to me that I think that's what the entrepreneur needs to decide, if that's what they're going to undertake or take on. I know there's a lot of different types of entrepreneurs. There's some that from get-go, they come from an entrepreneurial family, their father, mother, or family members own businesses, or they started very early in their career, and that's a different track for them altogether. They've already learned.
Sounds like the key lesson there, though, is perseverance.
Yeah, for me, to keep going, to take the successes and traction, or forward progress, as well as the failures, the disappointments, because they are there. And then the whole question about why are you doing it? Are you going to be worse off or better off after, along the way and after everything is said and done? So,
well, I'm glad you've stuck with it. So thank you, Rama. This has been a great discussion. And just as a final question, where or how can people connect with you and learn more about Teqnizan?
Yeah, so I'm super excited to say we are selling. The product is very robust. We are getting 5-star reviews, honestly. And obviously my friends and family love me, but they wouldn't write fake or fraud reviews. They wouldn't. So the product is robust. It's a new experience. We've talked a lot about the product on our social media pages. So we have a social media page, Teqnizan Earrings, on Facebook. So that's one word. Teqnizan Earrings is one word. We
Okay.
have a page on Facebook. We have a page on Instagram, a page on TikTok. We have a company page, Teqnizan page on LinkedIn. So you can reach out to us from any of those platforms. And then, of course, we have our e-commerce website that we are selling. So we ship right away within 1 or 2 days. If it's a weekend, then we ship on Monday. But in the middle of the week, the very next day or that day, we ship out the product. It's robust. It works. You can wear it and then tell us about your experience. And also, what we can improve, how we can improve it. It is a new category. So so we customer input is very, very valuable for us.
Sure.
So our website, by the way, is https://Teqnizan, Teqnizan.com.
Got it. Well, excellent. Thank you, Rama, and have a great weekend.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Tom. Thank you for hosting us.